The controlled experiment simulation goes something like this. Before starting, decide what kind of experiment your class will simulate. I've found that keeping it simple and staying away from potentially sensitive topics works best. Also, decide how involved you want to get. Students can pretend during the simulation, or you can provide them with props and roles to play. Once you are ready to run the simulation, the first thing you'll do is state the experimental problem. For example, a researcher wants to find the effects of drinking Monster energy drinks on 6th grade students' test performance. Secondly, you're going to identify the variables with the class. For example, the independent variable in this experiment is drinking the Monster energy drink, while the dependent variable is your test performance. Our controlled variables might be things like student age, type of test, the test administration, and the testing environment. Thirdly, you'll split the class into 2 groups. Pretend to give each student a cup without telling them if they are getting Monster energy or not. Students drink from the cup, quote unquote. Have students pretend to take a test. Next, you're going to post data on the board. You'll create a data table of test results for students to analyze to see if Monster energy drink had an effect on test scores. Once you've made some conclusions, you'll lastly debrief. Debriefing is necessary to get to the heart of why control and experimental groups exist. This discussion should clarify what happens to the subjects in a control group versus the experimental group. Additionally, discussion about why subjects are not told which group they are in is important to focus on. For more on the placebo and nocebo effects, check out the videos listed in this reflection.